Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice! You guys, it's time for the annual Halloween party, and this year's theme is Beetlejuice! I mean, it will be, I have to work on it. So, I just made this sign, and I'm gonna show you more in this video this week. Okay, let's go.
Adam's cool and he's hip. He'll take you on a trip, the paranormal Polynesian. Whether spooky or fun, or a tale he has fun, the paranormal Polynesian. Neon lights or abandoned sites, we'll find our way.
So, I'm just so proud of myself for thinking of this, because I was sitting out in the garden, and I just looked at my tomato cages, and I was like, oh, I could turn that into a tree. So these are 2 tomato cages. I pulled out the little legs that go on the ground and shaped them, stuck some pool noodles on. I've got some craft paper there. I'm gonna try and wrap that up the trunk. Then I'm gonna wrap everything in plastic wrap, like moving plastic. We're gonna get the heat gun when it shows up here from Amazon, and we're going to shape all these branches. Have some roots coming down here. This cost about 50 bucks, which is more than I wanted to spend, but if it looks good, then it's worth it, right? So we'll see what happens. So I added another tomato cage on the top because it needs to be taller. It needs to go all the way up to the ceiling. And I'm just gonna kind of cut just this section off so that I can bend this longer than this so it's just not symmetrical. And then we'll get to this crepe paper part. I've done a little bit since we saw you last. I got a bunch of craft paper here. I squish it up, tape it up along these tomato cages. Then I started wrapping the limbs, cutting them with a knife, wrapping them in saran wrap. And see how these look like pool noodles still? I'm gonna add, like the plastic wrap on the ends. And then you kind of use the heat gun and you move these around so they look like a tree. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, for never doing anything remotely like this before in my life. I'm not a tree maker. Okay, I'm just kind of moving things where I do everything backwards. That's how my brain works, sorry. So I'm kind of scooting the tree where I want it and putting these headstones where I need them. The pole's gonna go there with the sign that says Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. I gotta make a hill of some kind and then his headstone will go there. It just depends on how this tree looks when it's done. If it's terrible, then I'm gonna have to play up the shittiness of it, Misty, what are you doing? You go to sleep right now. Hey, hello, day 3. It's been 3 days and I've done nothing except for this. Yay! Look at this sad ass tree. My heat gun broke within 10 minutes of turning it on yesterday. So I had to go buy another one today at Lowe's. Had to go to Lowe's for the 3rd time in 24 hours. I tried painting this one just to see how it would look. I think it looks good enough. Like if this was something that was going outside, then it would be done completely different than this. But this is just something that's gonna be torn down. I'm gonna keep all of these, and then next year, if we're still here, that I'm going to do like a permanent version of this that can be moved around more. But for this, no, I don't have time for that shit. So I'm just practicing with things. Yeah, I don't know. It's like so hot here today. It's like 89 degrees. And it's hot in this garage, so I'm gonna go work on something else that's air conditioned. Okay, thank you. Okay. Go. I'm just melting plastic wrap on these pool noodles and molding these around so they look more organic. I'm sure these fumes are good for a person like me with a lung condition, so I'm gonna just keep doing this. But yeah, I only have one hand, but you can kind of just heat this up. And then you kind of squish it together. Hold it for a minute. Don't burn your hands, of course. See how it'll stay. So I'm just gonna do this up the side and shape it. I'm multitasking here, so as I wait for some things to dry, I'm painting other things and just trying to make it look like a tree. And again, I'm only doing the front part of this because no one's gonna see behind, which saves me time, and that's fine. Dollar Tree, you have nothing I need. Okay, since Dollar Tree's failed me in every way possible this week, we're just gonna go to Walmart and see if we can find what we need. Certainly not this. Oh, Jesus. Needs. Y'all know we still have to do Halloween, right? I'm just here in the yard sale stuff and I found these letters. I don't know if they're big enough. I'm gonna need to get these ones. Those are too small. Okay, so I have this neon green paint and I'm just highlighting the natural parts of the tree here. Just so that when the black lights hit it, because this is all gonna be black. This whole garage is being covered in black. So we wanna be able to see these branches. So do you see how that makes them pop a little? And with the lighting, it's gonna look amazing. I've been working on the Beetlejuice sign. This is the main part of it. It's just a piece of cardboard I found in the garage. And this is where I have to use math and origami because this arrow goes behind the sign at an angle. So I've had to cut a lot of cardboard up. This is the top part of the arrow. Looks pretty good. And I'm gonna put these lights inside. We're gonna hot glue those in there and there. Then we have white lights for the sign. So I'm still gluing these pieces together, reinforcing the ends with clear tape. I'm gonna spray paint over it. And see, this is gonna go like this. Hopefully it doesn't look this shitty. Oh, here we go. And this is gonna come down from the side. When I'm done putting this together, I'm gonna glue a little pocket holder back here. And then this is where the battery pack's gonna go. We'll put it at the lowest point of the sign so that, you know, I don't know, gravity or some shit. Okay, I'm taping lights around the edge of the sign. And then I'm going to cut poster board and we're gonna cover everything except for that. So it gives it a clean line. Doesn't look, see, you don't see all this shit over here. So, okay. I'm putting hot glue on the tops of each of these so that they'll stay in place, and then the poster board will stick to them and push these down. So, Yeah. So I'm multitasking while I'm waiting for things to dry, and I'm just adding some copper paint. I want it to have some more dimension in it. So it looks like rust and not cardboard. And then I'll go with another color in a second. So see, I'm going over with some lighter color, like some orange. And that's just gonna make it look like rust. See? Just little tricks I learned doing theater. Okay, so I taped off the lights and then I spray painted the exterior red to match the arrows. Now I'm going over and adding rust on this too to make it look weathered. I'm paying attention to where I taped the pieces together and I'm putting rust over it to kind of camouflage it a little better. So, yeah. I like having some of the light bulbs red. It looks good. So we're gonna do that. Yeah. Let me see how it looks when it's chasing. Yep, looks good. Now we're gonna paint the inside yellow. So I put some like cream colored paints here. I'm gonna kind of have, I want this to kind of mimic a reflection. So we're gonna have just different variations in the tone. It just makes it look more realistic from far away. So, and then I'm also running out of the yellow. So, I mean, I'm getting low on it. So I'm gonna just add some more, just some other colors. So, and again, just keep these strokes left to right. Okay, sometimes I can change my mind. So I'm gonna sponge, this is a metallic copper paint. I don't know, I'm just living my 1990s fantasy right now and I wanna sponge something again. Did you guys ever have sponge painted walls in your house when you were in the 90s, if you were alive? If you were alive, oh my God. Let's see. Oh, I kind of like it. It's giving it depth. I flipped it over and I'm going to glue this to the edges and then I'm going to cut some of this, hot glue this together to reinforce it. Okay, y'all, I've put the vinyl letters on. They're too small for this, but it's too late in the game. I can't care. So this is the finished product. Huh? What do you think? And do you see how, like, the way I painted it, it kind of makes it look like a dirty, like, plastic lit up sign, and it does look like it's lit from beneath somehow, even though it's not. Okay, I'm taking a quick break from decorating and going to the caterers to get the food ordered, so come with me now. Look at that mountain. Don't pay attention to the Y though. Just kidding, I know a lot of people who went to BYU, but you know what? It's not my school. Look how cute that mountain is. Oh, fall is here. I think it already peaked last week, but aren't those beautiful mountains? So cute. There's where we're going. Okay, I just ordered my food and you've got to come here if you like Polynesian food and ask for Oh My. And look at her, she hooked me up with some musubi and some guava cake. The guava cake is so good. But anyway, yeah, come give them your business. They're in Provo, Utah, okay? Okay, I just wanted to show you the sign so far. So I put a spotlight on it. I masked off the spotlight on the top and bottom so that it's just lighting up the sign portion. So that way when you're walking in, it looks like it's lit up. Like in person it does. Not on here, but what do you think? Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Oh God, I gotta finish this. Gotta finish this tree. It's a mess. This is where we are so far. I have a ton more to do, but I've at least got half the garage covered in fabric. I lit this sign with a spotlight, so it does look like it's glowing, which is awesome. So again, this was 30 bucks to make versus like 200 if I wanted to buy it. And there's our tree. Do you see how the branches pop with the green? I'm gonna use a different spotlight. This is too bright. It needs to be darker in here. But when I finish this top, it's gonna look really good. We're gonna have a low-lying fog machine, so it'll bring it together. And the last thing I did was I put a box up to the ceiling, and inside of it is a projector. We're gonna project the moon right there above the headstone. So that is where we are today. You guys, am I gonna make it? I don't know. I'm so tired. I'm so tired, and I have less than 1 week until the party, and I haven't done any. I feel like I've done nothing. Will I make it? Stay tuned. Next week, next Saturday the 19th, 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we're going to bring you here live for the annual Halloween party that we do. So if you haven't been to one of my Halloween parties, you gotta come join in on the chat, okay? So I'll see you guys next week, and until then, keep it paranormal.
Grooving under stars in quirky little bars, it's a show.
A show.
From coastlines to the peaks, every story speaks, let it flow.
Let it flow.
Feel that rhythm, feel it deep, as he dives into the unknown.
Adam's groove will make you move. You'll never feel alone. Adam's cool and he's hip. He'll take you on a trip, the paranormal Polynesian. Whether spooky or fun, or a tale, he has fun, the paranormal Polynesian. Neon lights or abandoned sites, we'll find our way all around the world. Adam likes to twirl,
Come what may,
but may.
and when the fun is through, here's what you can do. Play one more episode, he has hundreds.
Travel fun for everyone, travel fun for everyone. The paranormal Polynesian. Adam's cool and he's hip, taking you on a trip. The paranormal Polynesian.
Oh no, where you'll find
The movie or fun, or a tale he has fun.